John. We're just existing, man. If you can hear me or hear the cough drops, let me know. Just careful, cause. Extra copies of these. I don't think I need any more. All of this. I think I have extra copies of this. Critical hit rate. This one. Okay. Don't really need these, but I'm gonna uncap them anyways. Hey John, you don't play gacha games, right? You're not into gacha games. I'm gonna offer you the biggest mistake of your life. Man, play Granblue. How many glaives do I have? This one isn't uncapped. This one is uncapped. And what does this do? HP? Me. Yo, John, I know the city is dead. I can't stop thinking about that game, and I want to go back. I want to go back so bad. I think when I get the PS5, I'm gonna install it on the PS4 after I like move everything over and try to play again. I really miss that game. All right, Chico. So, let me walk you through some stuff first. I want to talk about grids and stuff as well, and where your damage comes from. Right? It's not characters. Damage isn't okay. Well, damage comes from characters, sure, but like your overall damage. So, a lot of people say something's not important. Like this right here. This is the player level, player power. Just. But yeah, the thing like no one gave it a chance. People didn't like the Arena Fighter style of it. People couldn't let go of OG Dissidia. It wasn't advertised. Like there was so much wrong. It came out. I think it came out around the time of either Monster Hunter or Dragon Ball Fighter Z. But like, I just love that game too much. Like it's just I can't like just let it go. I'm gonna go back to it. But so what do we talk about first? Before I'll show you the side stories. So there's a thing that they have here that tells you. So these are the crystals I've saved up, right? I'm nowhere near close to sparking at all. But when the holidays come, basically when Christmas starts or around that time, you get 10 free rolls every day. You get for New Year's as well. You get like January of 18. Damn. Yeah, that was a rough time. Yeah, because Monster Hunter came out in January, didn't it? Yeah, it kind of ruined it, honestly. It was just the bad timing, just bad everything. So, what you're gonna be looking for this. So, as you know about the Eternals, but do not worry about the Eternals. But you should at least look at them, see if you play long enough, maybe you're gonna be interested in one. But as you know, I have Acer. Remember, this is Narmaya's uncle. I want him. I want these two right here. But I don't have their weapons started. I have 3 and 2. 2 and 3. Because I need light characters. And I could use a big attacker. Like, honestly, her and Golden Knight work well together. So, like, I can use the... One is bad. One is really bad right now. So, don't worry about him. 5 is really good, too. Even if you don't uncap her. So, that's not what we're here for. What we're here for are the side stories. So, these are the side stories in which you unlock characters, but I'm gonna save you some time and let you know. Don't worry about side stories that give you SR characters. What you want are the SSR characters. There aren't many, but both Love Live events give you SSR characters. Princess Connect gives you 3 SSR characters. So here's the thing. These each respectively give you 6 total. You get 3 from this one, and then you get 3 from this one. You get 3 from Princess Connect. You get 3 from Code Geass. I think that's it. Yeah. You can get Gria. So I know you said you weren't like into Shingeki no Bahamut, like Rage of Bahamut. That's one of my favorite anime too. It's in the same universe of Granblue Fantasy, so some of the characters spill over. What's her name? Gria. She's in here. Don't use the rare ones. Don't bother with them. I'm gonna let you know right now. Rare characters are pointless. They don't offer anything. They're literally just skins for like the SSR versions of those characters. Not every character has an SSR version, but in case you get an SSR version of the same character, you can use a skin from a rare or the super rare version of them. Oh, Paradise Lost and what makes the sky blue. Eventually, don't worry about this now, but eventually, you want to do these. These are actually the most important ones, and actually really good side stories too. So one of them, you get Lyria as a playable character. She's an SR, but she functions about as well as an SSR character. So you wanna have her. And then the other one gives you Sandolphin, and that's the one you fight Belial. So this is where Belial comes from. But also from that you get a Sunstone. So you get the option to trade for a Demi summon. Do not trade for a summon. Do not. Like, absolutely do not. You'll have more uses for the Sunstone elsewhere. And just don't even bother because I haven't used it yet, but I know what I need to use it for. Uh, and that's it. This one gives you a skin. SR character, like, it's just useless. So, again, I'm gonna tell you just don't bother with the rare characters. Oh, see, it's Christmas. Like, they got the Christmas thing here. Holiday. Miran. Okay, so water. Sorry. Oh wait, it's a character? Oh, this is a summon. It's a summon. I was okay. 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 All right. So now, let's get cucked. Let's get cucked real quick. That's all right. So now, look. This is why you have to draw within the period. So I drew, like I rolled 14 times, and so these turn into stones that are useful on their own too. Now let's see what happens. Let's see me get nothing. I don't mind using the rest of these crystals because later on in this month we get like free draws. Oh, I have a new character. So, or I have a summon. So the way you tell is the way that crystal shines. If it's a rainbow like this, and depending on where it is, so that's not a new character, I don't think. It has to be at the end. I'm just gonna skip because I don't care. I don't need this. I really don't need this. Oh wait, maybe I do. Holy shit. Maybe I do. Alright, let's roll again and get nothing. I need characters though, so like the summon is nice, but it doesn't do anything for me. Like the effects are cool, but oh wait, wrong one. Not that one. Let's see. Where is it? Because there's also a chance that I can get it. Nope. I got nothing. That's so sad. This is an SR rare character, so I don't. That's useless. I have an SR version of Mary, so I don't care. All right, so I got nothing. That's pain, but I do have a couple tickets left. I have 4 draw tickets. Let's just draw one at a time. Doesn't make a big difference, but nothing. Oh, fuck it, whatever. Like, it doesn't add to the draw rate. I didn't get a single thing. That's... Any moons? No. So, I can reduce that. Okay. So, rare characters are useless. Okay, so those are important to do, but not for, like, trying to recruit characters. You basically want to do that mostly because you want plus marks, and you want rare moons, but you won't get, like, rare moons. For you, it may not seem like it's a whole lot. Do that and you have enough, when you, like, have enough money to do that. But you definitely want to do that. So, I wanted to wait today to see if I got a new character, and I didn't. That sucks. Because I got one this morning already, so... How much space do I have? Hold on. I need... So I have 100. Alright. But do these every day that you can. Yeah, don't... But again, don't expect anything out of these draws. But it is... I'd recommend doing this once you have enough money. This is broke to me because I used to have like 6 million, 7 million, but because I learned that you can buy casino tokens with that. You need casino tokens to get a silver brick because you need silver bricks to unlock class champion weapons, and it's just a process. Yeah. Honestly, see, like this right here, this is the goal. This plus mark, that's what you want. Sometimes they'll have times where like they'll have increased plus marks ratings for like when you draw. And then but I don't know when the actual like rolls start because this is my first Christmas playing this game. But for you to get a new character, the rainbow crystal has to be at the end or next to the end. So, like, when you look at this, it has to be right here or the one next to it for that to be a new character. You saw it was like 2 spaces away, and it's so sad. If it was right next to the last one, then it was a new character, and if it was the last one, I would have gotten a new character. But I can walk you through. There are classes in particular that you should work towards getting. All right, so now that that's done, so I've already started my row 4 classes. You don't get row 4 classes until you're in high level. I'm gonna let you know right now. So these classes, like the row 4s, they don't work the same way as these 3. So in order to get these, you need, like, I can show you. You need this here. You need to make a class champion weapon, which you cannot do until high rank. To do these, or the quest to get this trophy, you have to first you have to make the class champion weapon, and then it unlocks the quest that allows you to get this. And then you have to use each respective row 3 class. To get these distinctions, you need prestige pendants. Prestige pendants, yeah, do that first. Just go down the list, see which ones you like the most. But the one that you want to work towards first is Dark Fencer. This class will carry you for a good portion of the game, even at like closer to high rank and high level stuff. But Holy Saber's good too. So like you're starting off here. You can go down the list here to work on some classes, because obviously each one gives you some kind of edge somewhere. But once you max them out, you get passives. So like you get mastery bonuses. So when you master the class, you get permanent bonuses. So like for this one, if I were to master this class, you permanently get 1% HP and 1% defense to your stat total. And each one offers something different. So like this one is one of my favorite looking classes, but unfortunately I'm not worried about this one yet, because so once you're able to get like row 4 classes, there are priorities. So like the first class I got was Luchador and Chaos Ruler, because these two, well, Luchador is more of a disappointment, mostly because I don't have the proper grid for it. But Chaos Ruler is just like Dark Fencer, and where it'll carry you, and it's pretty much still used like universally. But classes like Lumberjack that I have equipped now requires you to master 2 separate classes and then get 4,000 CP. So that took a while because I was fresh into high rank. So you had to master Elysian here, and you had to have had Luchador. And then once you master these 2 classes, then you can get Lumberjack. So the issue with doing stuff like that, so I'm working on Monk, right? I have both of these cleared. I just need 4,000 CP. And there's an event right now that would have gotten me a gold moon, but my grid isn't good enough, or characters. I don't have enough characters, and I don't have good enough grid for it. So it's like I can't even get it. So I have to wait for the monthly reset, which is tomorrow. So, and the only way to do it is to get moons, to use moons. Yeah, I'll use this one, because I'm not using that for anything else. So, but you know, they don't cost 4,000 CP for like early classes, but this is the only other class that I really need, and I've already worked on. So like row 1 classes, you know, defense, heal, offense, dexterity. The enhancer class is what you want to use for that. So you, yes. I'll tell you why. So do those missions, because you can only you get things out of it. Like work on, you don't have to do them all at once, but you get stuff out of it. So at the end, you do get a guaranteed SSR. So the first one is what? Okay. You get this. Do not get rid of this. This is real. This is used even in the high level. Okay. Yeah. Whenever you get a carbuncle, keep them. Don't get rid of them. You get an SR. This is useless, so don't. This is useless, don't. And then the last one, if you, when it gets to the point where you have to add a friend, because I think that's the last one, the last set of objectives, add me, and then that'll be easy. You get a guaranteed SSR. So you get all of this for doing like the pinball or the pinboard stuff. CP, like all of this is necessary. Pots. You can when you switch between Grand and GD, you could switch back like almost like immediately. The only thing you can't switch back is your name after like 24 hours or something. I think it was like something wild. But yeah, so the way that roles work in this game, this is the event that I can't do. So like I've given up. I can't do it. So as you can see here, this is what you buy the stuff with. Don't worry about extra classes. You can get extra 1 classes soon-ish, but not that soon. Let me see. I want to see what that summon was. That Sariel summon. You get all of these from the side stories, except for the main primals, like, you know, Luminaria, Yggdrasil, Tiamat right here. Alright, so let's see. This is what I got. So some summons like this are gacha summons, right? So the only way to uncap these... Oh yeah, let me just make sure to remind you. The way to uncap characters is by getting duplicates of them. I'm not. Those aren't good. I'm gonna tell you right now, the side story summons are not good. Once you do all of the side okay, well, let's see. This is a gacha summon. This is really good. A gacha summon. I'm so salty when I got this one, but it's alright. Zoe. So look, yeah, this is Zoe. But in this game, she's a raid. She's also a character, but Grand Order is useless to me because it's not uncapped. I only got 1 ever. But yeah, no. Side story, like every side story has an SSR summon, but use them because you need summons. But once you get like better ones, just take them out immediately. Let me see. Right. So grids. So the way that this game works is that grids are how your damage works. So this right here is an example of what you want. So before, they made it easier now. So like Skyleap, I think, gave us free weapons, but before that I was grinding for these things. They just handed them out and I'm just like, well, okay. I was like nearing the end of most of my grinding because like I needed about 2 or 3 weapons. So the way it works again, this is 4 weapons into 1. 4 weapons, so you need 4 copies of a single weapon to get it completely uncapped. Then you gotta level it up, and then you have to get the skill to 10. Now, it sounds overwhelming. Like, so this one is uncapped 2 times afterwards. So the skill level is maxed at 20. This one you can get from the story mode. And basically the way it works is... So let me show you. One of the easier ones to do first is wind, right? So look. You also, don't forget, you have Granblue fantasy codes. So this is Monica, right? You get her from doing the Arcarum, but you're not going to do the Arcarum until you're... I think you don't unlock it at rank 50? Player rank 50? So don't worry about that. But you're not going to get Monica for a while. But if you keep playing the game, you will. So Kokoro here is a free... She's good. Consistent. Carmelina was the character that I got at first. Like, you know how you got Charlotta? This is who I got. I have Matera, but again, I have a bunch of like wind characters. Wind is like the element where I have the most characters of this type. But again, Kokoro's really good. And then you have different sets that you can run. So I have Chaos Ruler here. I have Gladiator here. This is for when I need to change this because I have Acer here. And I was farming something. So the weapons in your grid determine how much damage you do. Uh, what is this one? This is the quick one. So who? I normally have Monica here. She's an adult, don't worry. She's just really short. The way that this works is your grid is determined by the weapons you have in them, right? So you get one, and then you uncap it to max, right? This is it being maxed. These two, you don't do that until high level. So this is what you want, and then you have to rank the skill to 10. It sounds daunting, especially when ranking up a skill takes a lot too. So the way you rank up skills is that you have to feed this weapon other weapons that also have skills, which means basically you feed it a weapon that you're not using and that you're not gonna use. SSR weapons are the most important. You can, but it'll take longer. Ideally, so do that first because you have limited options on how to like upgrade stuff. Eventually, so like you want to level up your characters. Oh man, there's so much. Before I get into the characters, let me just talk about the grid. At first, you want to use the normal weapons, but I reserve my normal weapons because I have no use for them. Never really equip like the normal weapons. They don't do anything. For now, you want to equip your SR weapons. They're not good, but at the very least, they do something. So like, for example. Actually, it's better if I do it here. Yeah, even if the stats are reduced, they're still better than like every weapon that you have. Really. Unless the stats... No. See, I want to say because if the stats say that they're better, like the SR weapons are better, oftentimes they're not. Because the SSR weapons still offer like more. So like, for example. You use them? Okay. So, you see these? Like stuff like this. You see that it has a skill right here. This is what you're looking for. If you think the weapon is cool and you want to use it, you can use it. Like rank it up to level 30. You're not gonna be switching weapons all that often unless you're switching classes. So what I'll say is, for now, level up the weapons that you like the most in design. If they're SRs, keep at least one copy for your main hands. But when you want to rank up a weapon, I'm gonna tell you, I'll probably say don't worry about ranking up weapons and stuff yet. For now, just focus on getting characters and then leveling them up and stuff like that. But the way you do it is, I'll show you right now. So I have some weapons that don't have high skill levels. So like maybe I gotta use a weapon that I'm gonna actually use. So right here, this is from the event that oh, so I have to uncap the one that I have. Where is that? I think I ranked it up some, or I leveled it up some. So like right here. So look, I already had one other copy. So you have the base copy, and then you get another copy. So I had two of these. You let the one absorb the other one, and so now it's 1 star. Oh man. So now I have this one here. You take it, and then you raise the level cap. So now it can be ranked up to a maximum of 80 levels. Now, because look, the skill level is 1 here. This determines how much damage you get. So what is that? What is that though? You know, what is a skill? It says Warrior's Might, big boost to wind allies attack. That's cool. EX modifier, that's good. But it's at level 1. Getting it to rank 10 or level 10 is getting the most out of it. Means, you know, you get more damage. So to do that, you'd have to... I'm so glad that it switched to this. Oh, well, hey. it works, so who cares, you know? Add me whenever you can. Or I can add you here. But, so... again, so if you get really into this game and you use your Granblue Fantasy codes, I'm telling you right now, get a gold brick, but do not use it. That's the only way to recruit your Eternal. Because eventually you're going to want one, and again, you cannot get them by normal means. Like, gold bricks are like end game grinding, which, again, most high level and end game players still don't have a lot of or enough of. And do not use Damascus bars on stuff that you can farm. So, I could rank, like, I can get this last star by using this. Do not do that. I can grind for this last one, which I'm still in the process of doing. Do not use, you want to use this on stuff like weapons that you get with gold moons, but that's not something you worry about. So you keep this. Just keep it. In the gold bar. So again, let's upgrade. Oh shit, uncap. I don't need to uncap it anymore, so I just need to upgrade it. That's like over here somewhere, right? Yeah. Now I want to get it to skill rating 2. Just hit upgrade. And if there's a weapon that has like multiple skills, so like say it had so it said Warrior's Might, and then it had like another thing and then another thing, everything gets upgraded. So you don't have to like upgrade one skill and do another skill. So everything gets upgraded all together. So to upgrade this, you would use. So these are all from the event. I'm not gonna use SSR weapon or SR weapons. They're useless. So you use 2 because it starts off as 2. Yep, it'll give you a little warning, but again, SR weapons don't matter. So now skill level is 2. So now you gotta do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes 4 now. And so on and so forth. I don't have many of these because I've been feeding them to my anvil and also been feeding them to other weapons. I may or may not use this because it's an EX modifier, and I think it might be a good main hand too. But for now, I'm just... that's whatever. I gotta reserve my... so, I reserve my normal weapons because I don't use them. If you're interested... so when you do the side stories, you may or may not be strong enough to do them. Don't worry about it if you can't do it yet. You can always just go back and do them. They're not going anywhere. Those are permanently there. Some summons are pretty useful that I use still. They may not be good, but they're as good as I'm gonna get. So these all have skills, right? And this has a plus mark. That's why they don't get reserved. So I'm gonna reserve them still though. Oh, why did I... Jesus. I don't know why I just did that. I could have just stayed there. So these give my skill rating. So this anvil thing here, when you give it a weapon, when you reserve a weapon that has a skill, because normally what you do is you feed it to another weapon so that you can increase the skill level. But a lot of the times, rare weapons don't give a lot. So you accumulate a bunch of them and then you raise the points on that. And then you can use the anvil to raise something, a level of something else. Same with summons. I have 230. But they're all mostly just normal summons. Normal summons don't use them. The same thing as normal weapons. You could probably use some rare summons, but they're not really good either. You start off with Proto Bahamut too, so like the stash is something different. You don't have access to the stash yet. So in order to get stash, you have to use real, either real world currency or the crystals to unlock some. So I have one weapon stash with 300, and I have a bunch of stuff here, but it takes 500 crystals. You want to use your crystals for... space is not an issue right now for you. You want to use your crystals for character roles and stuff. So I don't know if you use all your crystals, but right now would be the time to use them. Or, while this is going on. This lasts for... how many days? December 3rd. So December 2nd for us at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. for them. No. 7 p.m. for them. But it's 5 a.m. because we're 2 hours behind now. So at 5 a.m. December 2nd is when this ends. or December 3rd rather. December 3rd at 5 a.m. Honestly, I don't know how good these characters are, so let me look. I'm curious. Because these are completely new characters right here. So she's from the event right now, but they have a Christmas version of her. She's fire. Won't affect MC substitute. Okay, that's weird. Special buffs to all allies based on Nemo power, based to attack or boost to attack, defense, and multi-attack. That's really good, honestly. Can't be removed. What? Can't be removed. Okay, this is weird. While in effect, main character substitutes for Demone. Wind damage reduction to MC, convert damage taken to wind damage. Can't recap. Oh, I see. That's actually kind of cool, but you're killing your MC. If your MC, so you would essentially want to use like a defensive class for this. Let's see. I do 3-hit fire damage to random foes and give random buffs to all allies. Hit number increases to 6. Mirror image and shield. Huh? Interesting. You dodge 2 times. This is kind of a meme. I don't know. Boost to all allies healing cap. I guess. Boost to, okay. Activate Rosa V. 3-hit. Oh, okay. Never mind. Hold on. If she doesn't take damage, and you get to a maximum of 5 stacks, you automatically do this attack at the end of the turn. That's actually pretty cool. Eh. Honestly, I didn't like miss out on anything on that character, so it's like my fire team is pretty stacked already. I could use some more fire characters, sure, but she wouldn't have been. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. She wouldn't have been like a major necessity. From what it sounds like, I don't know. So who else? We have this character. I don't know either of these characters. A lot of people seem to be excited about these two, but I don't know. Like, apparently this is her first SSR. 1600 HP, 1000 attack. Dodge and counter. Mekon orange. What the hell is a Mekon orange? Massive water. Okay, so 3-hit water damage hit to. That's pretty cool because some Mekon oranges. Mekon oranges. Number of activation increase the number of. What's in 4? Oh. Honestly, this alone is pretty good. 20% boost to caster's charge bar, restores HP, 2-turn cut to debuff durations. Ooh. Oh! Affects all. Oh, that's honestly okay. This is a really good utility character. Dodge all attacks from full substitute. Receive. Oh, it receives all ally attacks. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm gonna explain this real quick because this is another mechanic. Some bosses have attacks that either hit one character or hit every character. So, there are abilities where it's called substitute. When you substitute, you would take the attack that was meant for another character, and you would tank it. So you would get a damage reduction, and it would only attack you. However, there are times where bosses attack everyone, and even if you substitute, it doesn't just attack you; it'll still attack everyone. You'll probably still, I think you still get the damage reduction, but you don't save anyone. But some characters, and not a lot of characters have this, but like some characters have it where they can receive all ally attacks. So all ally attacks are like the AoE attacks where it hits everyone. And so she can tank that for everyone. And she attacks. So goes out. Okay, so what? So look, takes no damage or debuffs while in effect. Receives all. That's pretty good. Upon dodging, so she'll dodge the attack. And she'll do a water damage to the foe and hit to their multi-attack rate. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not groundbreaking, but it's honestly it's really decent. Decent. So for people who are like fans of those characters, they can have decent characters they can use. Okay, so now that we talked about the grids, again, so you're probably not going to be able to fill out your whole grid. For the most part, what you want to do is fill out the grid with as many SSR character or SSR weapons as you can, even if they're not like max rank or max level and max skill level. You still want to keep them. Like these are from side stories, so you see, I still use these. This is what you get from what makes the sky blue. Get the dagger, specifically get the dagger. I'm at a point where I can actually make some of these now, but I haven't started that yet, and I probably should. The next thing you want to do, once you have enough characters, start making Mii's so that you can organize them based on who you're fighting. Because the next major order of business is when you fight bosses, and they're going to be of certain elements. So like water for Colossus, you have fire for Tiamat, you have ground or earth for Leviathan, wind for Yggdrasil, light and dark for Luminaria and Celeste respectively. But only once you have enough characters. Even if they're SR characters, get your SSRs. Don't worry about the sub allies for now, because you probably don't have a lot of characters. You'll just have like one team that would be used for like everything, and that's not bad in the beginning because you already have. The game gives you weapons and stuff. Does it matter what weapon element? Yeah. So it does matter, but for you, because you don't have like a lot of weapons starting out, it doesn't. So the main hand weapon that you have here in this slot determines what element you'll be using. So you want to build your weapons and your classes around the best weapon that you have for the thing that you can use here. So if I have say this is my water squad, so every node here is all water because we have a water main hand weapon. This is what I got from Granblue Fantasy Versus, like the fighting game. You get an astral weapon for Bub's code. For now, mix and match because you don't have an option, like you don't have choices. But once you start getting enough weapons for a single element, even if you have so say you have like 2 of these fully uncapped daggers, because the story mode gives you one like fully uncapped to 200 and it's got the skill level of 10. Once you get enough of these, fill them out, put them in here, and then fill the rest out with SR weapons. But you want them to be water. But only do that once you have enough. Like once you're comfortable and you're confident that you have enough weapons to do that for, do that. But until then, just keep everything, like you hit auto select and you just put everything there. Because again, in the beginning, you're not going to have the characters. Also, so at the beginning of the game, you get the main characters from the story. Io is not in the fighting game, but she's a main character. So let me show you. You have some of the main characters. I think you already know about the Rose Queen, right? So you know about Catalina. You get this from the story. Io, these are main characters. So, but you've seen the anime, right? You know Io. So you get her. If you've seen the anime, it follows the same thing. You get Cat first. That's hey man. But then you get Rackham. No, you get Catalina first. You get Rackham next. Then you get Io. Then you get Eugene. I think you get Eugene last. No, you get him last. You get Rosetta. Then you get Eugene. Eliza from All right, so yeah, you know her from the anime though. Some of these characters you get from side stories, and some of them can be good. Like Lucius here, side story character. Eliza's one of my favorite characters. Her and Vera is what got me into Granblue. Salty that you have her first. But this is an SR version of Eliza. As you see, I maxed her out. I got give her little bonuses. Don't do that. Don't do that with SR characters. SR characters are useless. They don't offer much. But until you get SSR characters that are good, maybe consider doing that. Side story character, side story character, side story character. I have 2 3 versions. Jessica has a side story character. Side story. Min Lamel here. Side story, so you know Vayne. Side story. Festiva. Verona here, one of my favorites, but she's only an SR. She doesn't have an SSR. This character right here, she's just as good as an SSR, in my opinion. So I've had her, and she offers a lot of utility for my team. So it's I use her in place of some of the water SSR, like the Love Live girls. She offers so much more. She does what they do, but better, way better. Even though they even have 4 skills, she still outclasses them. So that's something you want to keep in mind. So sometimes when they have this blue star here, that's a special uncap, so that they can be uncapped a final time. I want to tell you also, do not waste resources uncapping these characters. So look, This is another example. I don't remember if this was a side story character, but this is an SR character, Feather. He has a rare version. This is his SR version, and he recently, like the beginning of November, or the middle of November rather, he got an SSR version. That's the one I have, and instead of the girl that I wanted, but that's okay because he's good. But I don't need this anymore. You don't really need to use your SR characters once you have SSRs. But once you're able to do the side stories, do them. Even if they seem difficult, try to do them. If you can't, wait till you do a couple story chapters and then come back. However, so the other thing, uncapping characters doesn't work the same way as uncapping weapons. You don't need multiple copies of their weapons or of the character. You can just straight up uncap them. So, for example, I got Wolf and Rennie this morning. I already uncapped them, but I didn't level them up yet. I don't know if I'll be using them though. So Wolf and Rennie is 2-in-1 character. And see, this is the thing. These are good characters right here. The issue that I have is that they don't replace anyone on my team. Like, while they're good, my main lineup is just all really solid, so I can't replace them. So let me show you an example. Let me see. I might have a character I don't have uncapped yet. So okay, hold on. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, focus on uncapping her. Uncap her first. They'll require materials. So like, this is the Charlotta that I have. So I can actually just uncap her. Wolf and Rennie, yeah. So like, look, I have the materials. These, you get these by joining certain raids. You don't just farm these. So don't worry about doing this stuff. Uncap them as far as you can, because at level 60 and 70 they are serviceable. But really focus on using your materials for this. This is the main thing. Like these are anima. Anima is required to fight the bosses to drop the weapons that you need. So this is why Granblue is like one of those games where it's like, in the beginning I was just like, are you kidding me? You have to use your valuable resources to start fighting bosses? It takes a bit, but it's like, you farm enough from doing, so this is how it works. I haven't done my dailies yet, so I'll show you. Those materials to get, they'll tell you where you need to get them from in most cases. So like, for example, I got like high level stuff, so like impossible. Here's Zoe. I have to join this real quick. But I'll show you what you'll be doing as a low rank player, because even I can't really make a dent into Zoe at all. But like, this is my dark lineup, and Wolf and Rennie can replace Narmaya because Narmaya is actually not that great. This version of Narmaya is not good. Earth Narmaya is really good, but I don't have Earth Narmaya. Dark Narmaya is not that good. She's okay if you don't have any other characters. But tomorrow I'm also just looking forward to it. Listen, take it slow, do what you can, baby steps, one thing at a time. Like, Wolf and Rennie just does not replace Vasaraga, because Vasaraga, so his passive works that he cannot die in the first 20 turns of the start of the fight. So once this reaches once this goes away, looks like once this turn count reaches 21, Vasaraga can and will die. Like at turn 20 he's okay, but anything past that he will die. That's why it's like Wolf and Rennie are good, they really are, but they don't replace any characters that I have on my front lineup here. So just to put it in perspective, there are 140 chapters. Oh wait, I can level up that summon and use it here. Man, that's great. Sariel? That's actually so cool. Oh, what? Believe it or not, I don't have shit, like... Oh. Well, even then, that doesn't do anything. Like, you see? There's 3 instances of attacks, and you see how much damage? It doesn't do anything. Like, I still am not even anywhere... She doesn't hurt me at all, though. So that's a cool thing. But... I don't do any damage to her, so it's like... It doesn't matter. Sweeping darts. Like, she has her attacks from, Versus. As you can see. Or rather, they got her attack from this game in Versus. Like you see, it doesn't do anything to me. But I don't do any damage to her, really, so... But there are 9 people here. A lot of them are high rank with, like, better gear. Remember, I've been playing this game since August, so... And I'm still, like, really behind. I don't have much of anything. It's probably gonna be dead. Yeah. Whenever you can, and you're ready to, like, join raids, don't think about how you can't really offer anything to them, but because you need the materials. People will join to kill the thing anyways. So this is how you get these. By joining these kinds of raids, you need these. This right here is what you need. Is what you want. Of this year. Remember, I just got into Granblue. Like, I've known about it for years, but what got me over the edge was my friend was telling me about Vera. I saw Eliza, and then Belial was coming out. Once Belial was announced and his trailer dropped, that's when I decided to play this game. I've only been playing for 4 months. About to be 5. What do you mean? So what do I need, though? Man, if only the shop can refresh itself, that'd be great. That'd be cool. I need, It sucks, man. The only thing that's stopping me from unlocking that class... Trust me, it's not even... It's... I wouldn't say it's impressive. I'd say it's more of, like, typical. There are things that help me out, though. Like, because I was... Again, you saw how much I was playing this game. I play the shit out of this game. So I pretty much played it every day. Oops. It doesn't take much to get this far. I mean, that's normal. I'd say that's natural. It's not like, you know. But again, it doesn't take much to get this far. Because they hand out a lot of stuff to you anyways. And you might get luckier than me with characters. Getting a lot of characters. Side stories is what you want to do. You want to do side stories. Do your pinboard missions. Do your dailies. I have to do my daily raids and stuff now. So... For you standard. So eventually you'll be coming across. So I think the first one you do is Tiamat. To get Io is Colossus. Leviathan is Eugene. Yggdrasil is where you get the Rose Queen or Rosetta. These two, when you get to Adversa, this is where you meet Vera. Celeste is where you meet Fairy. Except they don't give you these characters. They don't give you an SR Vera, and they don't give you an SR Fairy. Yeah, do them every day. Because if you miss one, they don't stack, I don't think. So you want to do them as soon as you get them. They reset every day at 3 p.m. for us. Oh, I can skip? You can fight them all? Okay. Won't be apply however you still will retain. If you have... Oh, I can do this? Wait. Wait. Oh. So it doesn't matter. You get all the dependents you would have gotten. Yo, holy shit. Oh! 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 Look at all of this. Okay, so this just easy mode now. I didn't know that's how that works, so... Cool. It just skipped everything. So that's something you don't get until you get high level, though. So, basically, once you're strong enough in some of these fights, you have the option to just skip. Yeah, you have the option to skip the bosses. But because like the thing is, as a high level player, I still need to grind like hard, even though I'm strong enough to do like extreme or impossible raids and stuff. Like I can solo for now. I can solo Leviathan and like maybe Tiamat and Eggs or so. But um, for those, you still need to do those lower ranked quests because you need the materials. And same goes for extreme to some extent. So like here, I'll show you. I'll do an extreme fight real quick. You may not get the same results, but like this is what you're typically expected to see. It's easy to see your progress in this game. So like example right here, extreme. They cost anima. They cost like those uncapping materials. Those materials are used in like a lot of stuff. So you go to this island here to fight the extreme versions. So like all of them are here. They take 30 AP. You have these. I don't need anything from any of these anymore. But I still need, however, these two because their weapon drops are really, really rare. So like, this is what you want. The Luminera sword. Luminera. This is what a lot of players are still struggling to get. This is like an end game thing. This is used all the way until end game. And for Celeste, you want to get this. Because enmity. The way that Dark works is that you have characters that work better the lower HP that they have. Yeah, you'll get one. So the story mode gives you one of these. The story mode will give you one that's uncapped all the way. But you need at least 3 of them. So I still only have the one that the story mode gives you. And that's pretty much what everyone has. So like you'll get that one. But again, you still need 3. So that means you need to get 8 of them total. Because you need one that's fully uncapped. And then you need another one that's fully uncapped. I've only ever gotten one in all my time of playing this, like for it to drop. So what I'm gonna do to increase the chances is you go here. If you're grinding something, you're leveling characters up, you go to this journey drop shop. The more AP that you use in a single day is how you get these. If you don't have any right now, don't worry about it because story mode gives you 0 AP. Like you don't spend any points. So you don't get any AP drops. So like once you participate in like events and other stuff, side stories, the more AP you spend, the more journey drops you get. So what I need for this is drop rate, and I'm gonna max it up. And you start at like level 2 or something, like level 1. The more you use it, the more the more options you have. So aside from that, I need to get my rank up one, just like 1 point. I'm at 119. 120 opens up M2 raids, which is what I need to start farming. I need more rupees too. No. Because tomorrow I'm going to start grinding, because once I get that class, I have Wolf and Rennie, but like, I'm not going to use them. I need to, so I'm going to let you know this too right now. This fight is the only one that's different from every other one. And you won't know it until you look it up. So look, I have 41 of these. It takes 2 anima to start, and I have to. You can only do it 3 times, so it's a total of 6, right? But this fight in particular is special because you have to bring Dispel. So remember that class, the Dark Fencer that I was telling you about? That class gives you Dispel. You need Dispel in order to fight this boss. You only need to use it once, but once you do, you just kill it. You just kill it. So I have 2 classes that have Dispel. I have this class, and then I have my Rockstar class. This is the Rising Force. This is one of my favorite classes, so I'm going to use the Rising Force, though. Like, normally, you can, call for help if you can't do it by yourself, but I don't need to. So the way this works is the more damage you do, you get honors. The more honors you get, the more chances you get of getting rare, like more rare chests. So I'm gonna do this. And Olivia here, this is why these characters are irreplaceable. Wolf and Rennie are good, don't get me wrong. But this character heals whenever she dodges. She has a high dodge rate. She gives uplift, she gives strength, she gives hype. Hype gives you a higher attack stat. This is her passive that allows you to get more strength. So this strength right here, this is strength. Olivia here is the same class as Belial. Yeah. So like, look. You see how much damage I'm doing? Honors. So if you do over 50%, you're guaranteed a blue chest. Blue chest is what you're trying to get because they have a higher chance of dropping rare weapons and stuff. So Olivia here, again, same as Belial, Fallen Angel. She's on the same tier as Belial, but Belial is obvious. Well, okay, I wouldn't say same tier. Belial obviously is like up. Olivia is in the same level, but not at the same tier, if that makes any sense. But what Olivia does and why she's irreplaceable is because she gets guaranteed triple attacks when you activate this. If she doesn't get hit 3 times, which these two draw in aggro, so she has hostility up so that she can dodge, so that she can heal everyone. Vasaraga is a tank character. Well, he's an attack character, but he works as a tank. He has high HP, high attack. He draws attacks to him, so once he gets hit, after I use my my charge attack, he attacks back. So he has hostility up. But anyways, she has the ability to petrify the enemy. So I don't know if you were able to tell yet or not. These right here, once these fill up all the way, there are certain situations and scenarios in which they don't. But when they do, the enemy will do like their charge attack, like their special attack. She prevents these from filling up for 2 turns. She has this to delay, so if they have like 1 or 2, she can get rid of all of them. Same with the Dark Fencer class I was telling you about. You can increase how many of these there are, but you can only do it once. So say there are 5 here, right? Dark Fencer can add a 6th one, and once she uses an attack, you get rid of that charge diamond, so it's back to square 1. So you're basically delaying its special attack. This summon I got lucky for. I only have it uncapped twice, or once rather, but it gives guaranteed double attacks and triple attacks. So now with all of that, we have hype, which increases charge bar, supplementary damage, or not supplementary damage. No, it's not supplementary. Triple attack. Okay, well those 2 attacked once. I also have a weapon in my on my grid that gives triple attack or double attack. Increases the hit rate. Alright, so look, now that's gone. This class gives you 200 charge bar. These two didn't attack enough. So I don't know if you know, based on the attacks, the amount of attacks you do, it tells you how much charge bar. One attack gives you 10%, two attacks give you 20, three give you 30. Some instances, like because there's hype here, you'll get more charge bar at the end of the turn. And some characters have a faster charge bar rate, so they'll get more. And some characters have a slower charge bar rate, like Wolf and Rennie, so they'll get less charge bar per hit. This right here is why you need Dispel. Because it gets a 90% damage cut to everything and then she heals herself. Once you Dispel this, everything disappears the following turn. So you do the spell, but then you just attack as normal. And now everything's gone. And you see she has the charge bar, right? Once Olivia here does her special attack, this activates twice. So that's why I'm not going to use it now. This comes back in a turn. Cool. I'm not using my charge attack because... So the way this works is, this class takes 5% from everyone. And once she gets to 90, if she can attack twice, that'd be great. She didn't. Whatever. This just killed MC! Bro! That's so sad. Alright, whatever. So as you can see, Voss is still, like, he's in the red. But he won't get killed. So, there's no big deal. So, this is what this issue is with these dark characters, right? Dark characters work on enmity. And enmity is like, the lower health you have, the more damage you do. She can tank one attack and leave 1 HP. Vasaraga will not die, he will stay at 1 HP the whole time. But once your MC dies, you cannot use summons. But, that's fine. I'm just gonna say fuck it. I would usually wait until everyone has their charge attack so I can get maximum damage, but she'll get hers. Chesto. And that's his Granblue Fantasy Versus attack, by the way. You know Vasaraga's first Skybound art? The one where he draws the scythe and then it spins around him? That's this attack. Nothing. You see? So we go back and we do it again. This time, hopefully, Antheria can attack more than just once per turn, because that's honestly what annoyed. You want to look for Bahamut. So the way Bahamut works is you can use him as a summon too, but I'll play Versus once UL comes out. UL comes out in December sometime. So... It's the same old, use this, that, use these two, that, this. So remember when I was talking about how some characters have tank all ally attacks? Kalulu there, she has the ability to do that, and she gets a 50% damage reduction too. So, but this time I want everyone to attack, so we'll see. So like, for example, right here, Olivia, she gets charge bar if she uses any of her skills. So I use 2 skills, that's 10% charge bar for both of them. That's her passive though. She attacked 3 times. Alright, cool. Everyone attack 3 times. That's all I needed. Certain characters do. So Antheria will heal when she dodges. Some characters have passives that do work that way, like my Golden Knight, she heals every turn, a certain amount. Alright, so now I'm at 200, right? So also, the way that this works is, even if you see everyone's at 95 charge bar, right? But everyone, this turn will be able to Ogi. Like, everyone will be able to use their charge attacks. Because for every charge attack used, they get 10%. So I can use my charge attack 2 times. I'm gonna do it now anyways. Like, I would wait for this, but in case MC dies again, we're just not gonna, we're not gonna bother with that. So Bahamut gives you charge attack damage up and charge attack damage cap. So like, you can do more damage. And then on top of that, this class also gives you that. So everything stacks. So, so again, I Ogi twice. She gets 100, she gets 100, he gets 100. So even if it were like, he was at 70, right? For every Ogi. So 80, 90, and by the time Olivia Ogis, he'll have 100. So that's why you can plan and work stuff like that. Like, work it out. And I'll just do it twice. But I'm also skipping the animation, so... So as you can see, she dodged it. Boss will just be at 1 HP. But she healed everyone. And if you attack him after he uses a special attack, he automatically attacks. Honestly, this is a guaranteed dodge. It allows you to dodge 2 times. So, well... If she dodges again, which is guaranteed now. If she gets targeted, though, he gets to attack again. Like, you see? He'll be left at 1 HP and just dead. But the strength of the characters isn't the characters themselves. It's your grid. So all the power comes from your grid. I'm only able to do that because I did all the seraphic weapons. I did all of the... Bro, are you kidding me? So, of all the weapons that she can drop, she gave me the worst one. Like, it's like... Okay, whatever. It's annoying, but whatever. So I can only play this one more time until 3 o'clock tomorrow, but I'm at work. So I have to wait till I get home to unlock that last class, or that class that I want. And I think when I do that, that's when I'll unlock, or I'll level up Wolf and Rennie. Like, normally I would stream, like, I'd probably, like, stream DOA or something, but... for some reason they have me on the schedule for tomorrow, so I work. Normally I'd have off, but I don't tomorrow. It's annoying, because it's like, the one time... Alright, let me get this next class, I have a lot to do in Granblue, I can finally stream again, and it's like, nah, so we need you. And it's like, oh, really? Really? It happens often, man. That's why it's like, you grind a lot. Like, if I had gotten the gun, it would have been better. If I gotten the sword, obviously that would have been the ideal thing. But that's not gonna happen. Why would you attack MC? You do Aegis Unmerge, or Aegis Merge. You dispel it. Attack again. Here, for the sake of, I'll show you the charge attacks for these characters. Alright, so what's gonna happen is she's gonna use the blade. So I'm just gonna preemptively dodge it. Because it's not like I'm gonna be using this. I need her to attack more than one time though. That will last as long as she doesn't get hit. Oh, I can also do this. Once her health drops below 50%, she's gonna Blade of Light. If she targets, yeah, see? We're okay. Alright, so it looks like she's not gonna be able to join us for that. So I'm gonna just charge attack anyways. Oh, actually she will. Because I Ogi twice. So she's gonna get 100%. Look at that! Man, it's a struggle. So she'll be at 90, 97, and now it's at 100. So she'll be able to Ogi, see? Pop up. I forgot to change the charge animations on so you could have seen them. Alright, whatever. There's a sound that that gets made when you get a rare weapon or a rare item. So I didn't get anything there. Now, okay, so Luminaria is one thing, but Celeste still gives me trouble. So I'll do Celeste. Oh, I only have 7. Right, because I had to use 30 of these to do Belial's Scythe. So I'll do like 2 of them, or 1 of them. Alright, but for this I'm gonna use this class. Now that I have Harp of the Angels. Which is, that's a seraphic weapon. Alright, so why, but let me explain to you why Lumberjack is so good. So, this skill, first and foremost, Woodcutter Song, it gives you animals who attack. So every 3 skills that you use, animals will come and lower the defense. And it's stackable. So, what that means is, there's 2 separate multipliers, right? So you have this one where you have stackable defense down, and then you have defense down here. So that means there are 2 sources of defense down. So obviously that means, you know, you want that. But on top of that, the animal, while this is up, it lasts for 3 turns. But while this is up, if you charge attack, you attack, or not you specifically. If you get attacked, the animals will give you a random buff or a random debuff on the enemy. So that's what that does. This gives you a shield, but it also boosts everyone's attack and defense and uplift effect. The ends when shield effect ends. So as long as I have my shield up, everyone gets an attack up and a defense boost up. And this is just Miserable Mist, but Miserable Mist is from the Dark Fencer class. And again, this is used in everything. Not just like like it's a row 3 class, but it's used everywhere. Like even now. So I have Percival. Percival sucks. But like I said, these characters you get for free, they're bad. They're not good. They are not good. The second I get better characters to use, I will replace them. But I do not have light characters here. This is Feather. This is, remember the SR character I showed you? I have him here though too. I have the SSR version. Not what I wanted. I'll turn charge attacks on for this one. So let me do that now before I forget. Paradise Lost. Yeah. This one I can still get absolutely fucked on though. So like, you see, Percival has the ability to petrify the enemy. So like, for 3 turns. So you know how Olivia could do that, but she only do it for 2 turns. Percival can do it for 3 turns, but I don't have the proper characters and team composition to really support him. So he's like pretty much, he doesn't do much of anything for me. He always triple attacks, but he has hostility up at all times, so that's kind of annoying. One more turn. So you see that I'm healing every turn? That's the effects of Lucifer here. But you'll learn more about him and what makes the sky blue whenever you can do that. Alright, so 90. So I can charge attack now. I have Sandalphon in the back line. He's a sub ally. But he does the same thing. Sandalphon and Lucifer are like, they're bros. They're good guys, by the way. Let me also say that. So I've actually never seen the charge attack. I've seen Percival's before. I've seen Feathers like once. I think I did this on stream already before yesterday. So I don't remember Harper being this though. Oh yeah, I remember it. He gives everyone a light attack up. So we've seen this already though. But I just skipped them because it saves time. It's like, it's amazing and cool in the beginning, but after a while it's like, you don't care. You just want to get the fight over with. Alright, cool. So the way that Feather works here is that once this is at level 5, I can use this. And once you use this, it allows you to use both of these skills 2 times in the same turn. So you use them once now, get it over with, it's gone. Do I not have Miserable Mist? No. Okay. I have no other skill, so you use this. It brings your charge bar up to 100. And it allows you to use this back to back. So you use this once, and then it comes back. So I use that one. Now I use this again, and I use that again. And let him charge attack on his own. Because he'll raise everyone's charge bar up by 10%. And because he always triple attacks, he'll have his back. So it's like, yeah, might as well just kill. And he also has a passive where he nukes at the end of every Ogi. So I know this one restores everyone's HP, but it poisons you and blinds you. But that's okay. That doesn't matter. We have Miserable Mist. One more turn for that. I just used that. I might miss a lot of these attacks though. Alright, so we get this back. But do this first because again, every 3 times that for every 3 skills that are used, the animals, I'm gonna use this too. I also have this there. I might just kill it, honestly. Because he missed every attack. Jesus Christ. There. That doesn't miss. Give me the fist, please. Give me the fist. That's all I'm asking. I didn't get it. But you see, this is where you get the SR weapons from. And then you can use those to level up. I honestly don't feel like doing that again. I have all day tomorrow, rest of the night to do that. I'm not gonna bother with that. Alright, so those are just some things. Tomorrow I get that class. Once I get to rank 120, I have other stuff unlocked for me. Let me do some. Let me see if there's any raids that I can and want to do. Medusa's from Rage of Bahamut too, if I recall. Or she's in it, I think. Right? I'm pretty sure she is. Her and Athena are like best friends. Yeah, do that. But again, you have until 3 p.m. tomorrow, so you don't have to do it now. But you have an increased chance. So normally to get an SSR character, it's a 3% chance. Is it bumped up to 6%? It doesn't sound like much, but believe me, it makes a big difference. Well, you saw I got cucked on stream. You know, you get free ones still. So, like normally, endgame players are trying to save up. So gold moons will give me 2,500 CP. So it gives me 5,000 CP total because I have 250 right now. And I need 4,000 to unlock that class. Do not, under any circumstances, get this. This doesn't... If you want to level up your characters, there are ways to do it. I'll be doing that tomorrow. This is how you get characters that you want. This is what I was talking about. So, like the Zodiac, Kumbira is what I was referring to. You can draw her randomly, sure. But... I did not want to go here. And then you saw that I have this already. I'm gonna do the event actually. Do some of the event. Total honors. Oh, I got a Damascus crystal. Damn, I'm already at the end, bro. I did this morning, and I'm already at the end. Like, I'm not even trying to do this. Like, this is just... So I got that. More tokens. Anima. Do I get anything, like, good? I think the last weapon I need is locked behind. Yeah, it's right here. So I need to get 200 badges to get the last weapon. I'm at 128. So, alright, I don't need to do that. But I do need to do... I can only do this 3 times. But I can fight this one. I can't do the impossible one on my own. Just yet. But I have busted characters and busted, not a busted grid, but a grid that gets the job done. Man, Nemla, this is so funny. She's a meme. She's a whole meme. Hey, that's alright. I'm not really saying anything. There's nothing really much to be said now. I'm just kind of doing the event. No, that's alright. Like, if you have questions, you can just ask them when you can. And if things pop in my head, then I can tell you. Like, I haven't told you about summons and stuff yet, but summons don't really matter right now. The game is lagging for me though, so that's also something too, so. Kikojitsu Ogi. Otobuk Saigeki. Okay. I need to check and see how many silver bricks I have. But I can actually look at Vera. If you can show me or tell me all the characters you have, I can actually tell you if they're really good or, you know, why they're good, why they're bad. So I know you have Potato. I know you have Light Vera. You said, or is it Dark Vera? You had Dark Vera, but Light Fairy. So I can find the characters and then tell you about them a bit. So after I do this one more time, I can do that. I'm curious about them. It's been a while since I looked them up to see what they offer. Like, I remember them being good, but I don't remember why they're good. Dark Vera, Light Fairy. Yeah, no, don't use Walder. Walder's not good. Because I think by default you get him because he's a rare character. He has a rare version. He does have an SSR version. He has an SR version too. SSR. I don't have SSR version, and I don't know much about it, but I think it's decent. Not something where it's like you'd use him over anyone else though. And you said you got 2 Earth characters today. Or were they SR characters or SSR characters? Oh. You know, you can leave the stream real quick and then come back. Or you can wait. But I'm really curious to see what characters they are and if they're good or not. Yo, holy shit. So, the reason I'm doing so much damage, and this might actually bring it down to 25 or below. Or K, or that much. Millimel does a whole lot of damage on her own. One of the few characters who's top tier. Oh, rare character. If they're rare characters, they're not important. Just disregard them. If you have no other characters, if you have no SR characters or SSR characters, then use the rare ones. But do not use resources for them. Like, they'll get the job done. You'll get characters from the story. Like, you'll get EO, you'll get Catalina, Eugene, Rackham. You'll get some characters to use. But they are not worth using resources on. Actually, hold on. Oh, look at it. I'm going to skip this too. I'm so glad they have that skip all. Oh, cool. So I can do it another time. So I can do it 2 more times now. So loud. She's so loud. She's in my ears. Like it. Yeah. All right. So let me check. So you have Dark Vera. One of the characters I wanted specifically. Vera has like 3 versions. So she has Dark, Light, and she has Wind. Yes. Yes, 100%. They are SSR characters, but not only are they SSR characters, they're good SSR characters. So first, let's look at the Potato. I want Folia so bad, man. That's not Folia, but that's what's her name? Kokoro. I have Silva. So these are the sisters. So this Kukuro is like, it's like Kokoro, but it's spelled really weird. Silva. The other one is a rare character. She doesn't have an SSR version yet. I want Folia. This is Monkey, I think. Yoda. Man, this is Sturm. You've probably seen her. There's Folia right here. So you have Charlotta. You have this one. Let me see. Water damage. Okay, she's serviceable. This is good. These, okay, this is why out of the bunch, she's decent, serviceable, but not like outstanding. Skills like this, like when Granblue first came out, stuff like this was cool and it was neat and really like good utility wise. But these days, Stuff like water damage in overdrive or cut to mode bar, stuff like that are just so out of date. Like characters don't have that because they're just such a waste to have. Like they don't really help. Like they can help in the beginning, but once you reach like mid game, once you like reach rank 50 and stuff like that, it doesn't. Reduces. Ooh, but this is good right here. Holy shit! What the fuck? Reduce damage taken from foes in overdrive. Boosts to specs every turn, but when she takes damage. So what that means? So you're the one who has Charlotta though. I don't know how this works. So is it that say she gets hit after getting 2 turns of boost? So after the next turn, does they do the boost start up again? I'm wondering if that's how that works. Oh, also these gotcha weapons, keep them. Don't use these to increase the skill because so the way that these work, the character weapons, you can't uncap them unless you use a gold or Damascus bar. Do not use a gold bar. Do not use Damascus bar unless the weapon is actually good too. And by getting a copy of that weapon, which also gives you a gold moon. So we've seen potato. What else we got? You have. Okay. I mean, I can go over that. So that's why I'm here, man. Because you know, in terms of Granblue, you don't know what they mean or what they do specifically. So here's Cagliosha right here. The girl that I wanted but got Feather instead, but you know, that's okay. Feather's still much better than her. This is the girl from the story. Ilsa. Okay. This is Medusa. I want Medusa so bad. I want Yggdrasil too, even though Yggdrasil isn't really good. Okay, I did not want that. There's a lot of cool characters here. So this is Matera's sister right here. That's Grand Monica. This is Matera right here, Associate. Kalios is not too bad. Just you know, I said what's interesting. Kalios is actually really good in all of her versions. So she is like a dark, a light, an earth, a water. I think she has a fire. All right, so light fairy. Why is fairy good? Why is light fairy good? Light damage to all foes. Okay? So also use these skills on cooldown. The second they go off, use them. Don't forget to use these. Like, don't just hit attack. Use these as soon as they're ready. But also, like these, use the nukes. Let me specify. Use the nuke skills on cooldown. Sometimes you can plan around things and use like delay using them. So like sometimes if you think a skill is gonna be able to get a foe out of overdrive, then you wait. Okay, so like right here, boost all allies charge attack. Bruh. Okay, boost to damage cap and hit. Okay, so it's a hit to her own defense, but it only lasts 1 turn. So here's the thing. This is utility. This is why she's good. She gets this. Chico, you got so lucky. This is why my light team is suffering, right? So I have that Rising Force class, the one with the guitar, helps with this, but I don't have characters that innately gives this to everyone. This is important. These 2 skills right here is what makes it so good. It's a 12-turn cooldown, but you don't have access to this yet. You uncap Fairy 2 times. You'll get the materials to uncap her a 2nd time after you fight Luminera. So once you get to Vera in the story mode, that's when you get the ability to get the items to uncap her. And then once you level her to 45, she gets this skill. This is crazy. Triple attack rate is booted. Yes. Boosted. That's alright. Hey, baby steps. Deals bonus light damage. So everyone gets. Does everyone get that? I wonder if that's for everyone. Shortened effect. Oh. I lied. It's powerful, but this shit right here is so unnecessary. So this is what power creep is, man. This is an example. Fairy came out at a time where something like this was unheard of or very rare. But these days in Granblue Fantasy, characters have guaranteed triple attacks these days. They have abilities to just easily pass off triple attacks to everyone, just like candy. This is cool. but it uses all of your allies' charge bar. But the thing about this is, it can still be good. You can use it after you've attacked once, right? So say you use your charge attacks. The following turn you attack once, everyone will be at 10% or whatever. It doesn't mean, like, the thing about this is their charge bar doesn't have to be at 100%. It uses all of their charge bars, but it doesn't have to be maxed out. So that's why this can still be good. This right here, boost to damage cap. That's really good because characters, everyone is at they hit a wall. They hit a cap, right? The maximum amount of damage that they can do with their charge attacks. If she raises the cap, that means more damage for everyone. And she boosts their charge attack damage too. All right. Once you type, I'll see that you're back, so I can go on to Vera. I'm gonna look at Vera real quick. So, unless you could have us both open at the same time. I don't know if you can though. But if not, if you don't type anything, I'm gonna open her and wait. Let me see. Vera. You see Zoe, man. Oh, it's Lucius. Cagliostro, the Predator, the one I want. Lady J. Or not Lady J, Lady Grey. Jesus Christ, Lady J's from Valkyrie Drive. Another Cagliostro here. Oh, she has 2 darks. What the fuck? Wait, what? No. This is Vera. What am I saying? That's Vera. That's Cagliostro. This is. I don't know who that is. All right, so let's look at Vera real quick. One of my favorite characters. Jesus Christ. Like, look at this. Bruh, come on. Ah. Ah. Let me see this real quick. Like, come on, bro. This is on a 4-turn cooldown. Oh my god. It says 5, so I don't know if you hear listening to me or not, but basically once you level characters up at a certain point, there's the cooldowns get reduced by a turn or 2 turns. This will get reduced by 1 turn, so it'll be you can use this every 4 turns, bro. So using that with Lumberjack is like the dream. So hit to a foe's attack and defense, boost to caster's attack. So it raises her. So it stacks on top of it makes it go a lot faster to getting the maximum amount of attack and defense that Vera can get, and lowering the attack and defense against the enemy you're fighting against. Debuff immunity. She gets, bro. She gets a Veil. Triple attack rate is boosted too. That's cool. But every 8 turns, dark and light damage to a foe. That's really cool. Restores caster's HP. Self-sustain. And then she gets this skill, which allows her to fight on light element. So she can switch. And that lasts for 10 turns? So there's a 3-turn downtime. This is so upsetting. That's like the saddest thing I've ever seen. That is so sad, man. I'm so sad. God damn it, man. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was Amira or Vera. Vera being the character that got me. What's her name? Eliza's not good, though. Eliza's not that great these days. Once you're back, Chico, let me know. Once again, I'm only saying this assuming you can hear me. Then I can go over Vera. I'm salty. So the mem that you have is probably a rare run. You said you had a rare one, right? So the best version of Mimlimel, I think she has a SR version too that I have. So before I go into that, I saw what makes Vera so stupid, and I'm just reminded of how salty I am that you have her. You're pretty much set for dark until you get like Predator, Voss, or like yeah. Well, if it's rare, then it's not important. So so Vera here. Why is she good? Why is she well? Okay, compared to other dark characters, she's not the best, but I personally still like what she can do. So here's the thing about Vera. Um, she has the ability to go between dark, light, and dark, right? But we'll get to that in a second. The first skill right here, she can use this every 4 turns. So I mentioned this. I don't know if you heard it, but when you level characters up to a certain point, their skill cooldowns become less. So it'll go down by a turn. So or a turn or two, depending on what it is and who it is. So this will become 4 turns. So every four turns, she can lower the attack and defense of the enemy you're fighting and raise her attack and defense every 4 turns. They're permanent boosts. They last 180 seconds until you refresh them again. Which means every time you press a skill, it'll just keep going. Uh, so you got the SR one. Okay. I have that one too, but her stories are kind of funny. Um, this one. So this is a veil. Veil will last until it's used. Cast this immediately. So Vera also gets a triple attack the turn following using this skill. Um, so the thing about it is debuff resistance will be it's a permanent debuff resistance. So like that means if a boss, even if a boss used like 6 debuffs all at once, all of them will be nullified. So that's why you use this immediately because it'll last as long as you don't get debuffed. If you don't get debuffed and this still comes back, then you wait. Wait until a boss uses a debuff thing, and then you cast this again. This right here does light, so you don't unlock this until level 45. There's a way to get her to level 45, but do not do this yet. You need to get a better grid, maybe better characters, then you can do it. But this one does light and dark damage, and it gives her HP back. So like once you're at a high enough level where you can unlock these things, she'll be like just crazy. Wait, what? Hold on. Can she be uncapped? Why is her level max 80, but it says that this can be done at level 90? That doesn't make any sense. So this right here means that she can gain light element. It consumes 50% of your charge bar, but it lasts for 10 turns. It has 3 turn downtime, so that on its own is crazy too. And as you can see, Luminary Merge, that's the attack that's spoiler, so you'll get there. You'll get there. I'll say this isn't a secret, but Vera is obsessed with Catalina. It's beyond obsession, really more of an addiction to her. I don't know. This is why you should see season 2. Honestly, Vera herself redeems Granblue in season 2. She makes season 2. Everything else is kind of booty cheeks. I do know Eliza is in season 2. Fairy's also in season 2. If you want to learn, you'll learn about Fairy and why she is the way she is. I mentioned it before, but hopefully you forgot. So you have to wait some time, but the best version of Mimlimel is their summer one. Because again, I started in August. This was during so I got lucky though. So like I started in August. This was her debut. This character is so they have a tier list of all the characters. Mimlimel is in a tier of her own at the very top. So she's a solid 10. Every character out would probably be like a 9.8, 9.5 below her. She's the only character in a solid 10 out of 10 tier within fire. So the thing about it, why that is, like, the thing is, okay, so I got lucky though, because like beforehand she only had her rare version and her SR version, the win one that you have. Um, I thought she was bad because once I read that the skills can't be recast, I was like, I need characters with damage skills. None of these are damage, but I didn't read what they did. I didn't read what they did. That was the biggest mistake. So this character is busted for several reasons though. She unworldly fire damage. Not like probably 5 or 6 characters in the whole Granblue roster has like unworldly. Um, she cannot attack the following turn because this is what killed me when I read this. This was a translation error. Mim Lamel faints. So in my head, I'm like, she dies. Like she. When I saw that, I'm like, I'm not gonna use this character, and I didn't bother reading them. That's what. No, this is worded really weird, and this seems to happen in Granblue a lot. So no, it means that she is unable to attack the following turn. That's all that means, and she gets guaranteed triple attacks once she uses all of her skills. So the first skill gives a 70% boost to charge bar the first turn. The second turn gives all allies a sharp boost to all of their from all allies attack. Just one turn, but that's all you need. Shield effect, and it's not even a small shield. You get a 7,000 HP shield, and she also gets a dispel cancel. So, like we were talking about with Veer, she gets a debuff resistance where she'll nullify debuffs. But some bosses can nullify your debuff resistance, just get rid of the veil. She has the ability to veil, not only just veil, but prevent bosses from canceling it out. So that means if they try to use it, they can't. You'll still have your veil up. So her passives, her like depending on her surf level, she gets a boost to attack and damage cap. But basically, if you have 2 of these open, she'll only double attack. If you have 1 of these, she'll single attack. So if you use all 3 skills first turn, which is what you want to do, you get triple attacks for the rest of the fight. And on her third hit, she'll do a random hit on a random enemy, on top of damaging the one that she's attacking. So she was a meme. Like, she was always like a joke character beforehand. And I lucked out and got her. And once I read her skills and looked her up, and once I saw how good she was, busted. Absolutely busted. But that's the summer version, so you have to wait until August to get her. Athena is a primal. She's a boss. She's a raid. But she's also a character that you can use. One of my favorites, too. I have magic select, but I need... Athena has a lot of utility, but I have no actual healers. Like, Lumberjack can heal, but it's not a main healing class. So I need one for that. I have Tsubasa here, and I have Acer. Acer, until I uncap her, she's not really that good, and it'll be a long time before I uncap her because I plan on getting the rest of the Eternals first before uncapping her. So that's that. That's Mim. I don't have any of the Catalina. Like, I have Drawing. Also, let me tell you right now, this is why it's some bullshit. In the story mode, if you get a character that's in the story mode, you cannot use them, like, at all. So, the whole time I was playing story mode, Drang, I could not use Drang. It was like, you have to remove him from your party. And that's what killed me, because I only had 2 water SSR characters at that point. It was just Drang and the Love Live girls. And the Love Live girls are not good. And the water SSR, or SR characters that I had at the time were not good either. So it's like, I don't win. So that's pretty much that. I named Jita after the default name. I'm in a squad, or a crew rather. Oh, let me see. I want to activate, how do I actually don't really bother with this. Just donating, hold on. Yep. Yep, my water grid is not ass cheeks anymore, bro. Like, it wasn't even just the characters. My water grid was bad, but now, water is actually my strongest element now. Out of all of these, fire and dark might have like my best characters, and even wind. But water has the best grid now. It's crazy. So let me. Okay, I can look at the lumberjack, sure. So again, because water was suffering the most, I had. That's why. So once you use the codes from Granblue Fantasy Versus, you get the option from one of six astral weapons. Um, I chose water because again, my water. I needed anything to help my water team, anything. So I got that. Um, I got my water seraphic weapon here. This is Raphael. You don't. I don't think you've seen the seraph or the archangel. So the four, not archangel, the four primarchs. So they're on the. Okay, so let me explain. Lucifer and Sandalphon are primarchs. Well, Lucifer and Sandalphon is like a backup. Belial is a fallen angel. Like you learn about this in What Makes the Sky Blue, the one where you get Lyria and Sandalphon. I can show you Sandalphon too. Uh, and then there's Uriel, Gabriel, Michael, which is my favorite. Michael and Raphael are my favorite, and then you have, or not Raphael, Michael and Gabriel are my favorite, and then you have Raphael. So let me show you Sandalphon. That's Princess Connect. I don't even have him maxed out yet. He's only like level what 92. Yeah, so that's Sandalphon. That's a free SSR character who's actually pretty good, but the issue that I have with Sandalphon is the same issue that I have with Percival. My light roster is fucking bad. Like if I had Fairy or Light on Vera, it would make a huge fucking difference, but I don't. So I have no utility characters. Percival is somewhat of a utility character, but if I had another one that actually like either healed, was defense, that wasn't Pecorine, or like something like that, it would help out tremendously. But again, I don't. So my light team is just fucking weird. Like they're just not. I have the right. I have great characters, really good characters, just not the right pieces. It sucks. It sucks a lot. It just kills what an otherwise perfect grid, or a perfect like everything. My light grid isn't even too bad either. It's like I think it's second to my water grid, but the characters are just bad. Uh, what else? What else? What else? What else? I don't even have her uncapped all the way. I don't have a Grimnir, Monica, Kokoro, Macula Mara. She's a raid, a boss actually, and they made her a character. Bad, fucking bad. He's in a lot of side stories though. He has like 5 side stories, and he's in a lot of them too. Saucier. Oh, this was from the event you missed, but you didn't really miss anything. There was a Shadowverse. I don't know anything about, like I don't know much about Shadowverse. Like these two characters from Shadowverse. She's good. He's not bad, just not great either. Golden Knight, one of my favorite characters as well. Yeah, none of them complement each other at all. This is Allie. I remember I streamed it and I was talking about her. She's still really good on my team. She's actually rated like a 9.8 out of the tier list of all the Earth characters too. But my Earth team is also weird. It's on the same level as Light, but not as bad. Like my Earth teams are just weird. They don't synergize with anyone, but because the characters are pretty much self-sufficient and work on their own, uh, they're not terrible. Just they're not. Oh, I forgot to change this. I don't even use this one. I use Chaos Ruler. I use that occasionally. I use Lumberjack primarily. So Leona, she's in the story mode. You'll get to her eventually. This is her grand version though. Allie, I got her when she debuted. I got both of these characters when they came out. I was mad because I got her first. I'm always getting like when new characters come out, I'm always getting the characters that I don't want. So I got her first. She's not bad by any means, but she's not like amazing either. And I got her, and then my last draw, the last draw that I could get, I got her. It was like a one part draw, just a single draw, and then I got Allie, and I was just like, oh, let's go. But she's okay. So these Love Live girls here are serviceable. I'm still looking for something to replace her because now they've outlived their usefulness. Like, they heal. They have, but the thing about it is their abilities overlap with Golden Knight and Leona. Leona. I don't remember her name. So the thing is, they have 4 skills. All of them do. The only ones that I ever use is this one, and then this one on occasion. This one increases the charge diamonds, but the issue is I have 2 characters that do the same thing. Leona does it, and Golden Knight can do it too. Right? No. No, it depends on the class that I'm using too, right? If I'm using the Chaos Ruler class, then I can do it too. So that's like a useless skill that I never use. And blinding the enemy doesn't really like I have several characters who can do that already. But like they're serviceable like early game all the way towards end game too, before you hit high rank. But once you get better characters, they kind of like push her out of the light. Not bad. I don't think she's terrible by any means. It's just like every other character is just so much better. Leona, right? So I have her. She's in the story. I hate her. She did some shit in the story mode, and I still don't like her for it. But she's actually really good. But these two are like solo attackers. If I had better synergy with some better like other characters, then it would work well. But the way that Golden Knight works is that she can use her charge attack 2 times in 1 turn if she has 15 or more buffs. And I finally have the ability to do that. So I have a class for it. This one. So I use Diantha and these two. So she gives a bunch of buffs. She gives a bunch of buffs. Yggdrasil gives me a bunch of buffs. This weapon, this class, and it's great. But again, most importantly, once you are the classes that you should definitely work towards getting. Don't worry about Chaos or not Rising Force, because Rising Force is class champion weapon. So let me explain the process of getting class champion weapon. First, well, I can actually just walk it through. That's why I only have 1 of these. You have to unlock the class champion weapon respective to these classes. Then you uncap it, which means you still have to get 4 copies. But you don't get 4 copies, you use steel bricks, because once you get all 4 copies, they're gone forever. You cannot get any more. And in case you want to use it in a different element. So like I have one for Earth because I don't have any Earth harps. You use 3 silver, steel bricks. You use 3 steel bricks, you uncap it, then you rank it up to level 10. After that, you have to get 100 anima of the element that you want to use. Shit, let me see if I can show. It's a process. Basically, you can't do it until high rank. So if that's the case, let's just forget about it. You want Dark Fencer. But in order to get Dark Fencer, you need to level up, I think, the Arcana Dueler and the Raider, I think. You had to get these 2 classes. Pretty sure. Yeah. And once you get those 2, then you get that. You eventually will get all of these. The only ones that are pretty much used, you won't get this one until you unlock row 4. I don't know why this is in this row, but this should be like in row 4 or extra. Because you cannot get this one unless you master another class in row 4 anyways. Valkyrie, yeah. I love Valkyrie class, but it's not useful. It really isn't. Dark Fencer is pretty much the only class you'll be using. And honestly, I really hate the skin. I hate the skin so much because it looks so stupid. Look at the helmet. Why does it look like that? So I use the Belial skin that you got from Granblue Fantasy. But you also can get the Jita skin too. Or Gran. I don't know which one you started with. And Weapon Master. Weapon Master, Holy Saber, and Dark Fence are really the only classes you'll be using. Like, you can experiment with some of these other ones because you want it to be fresh, but over time If you want to just win against bosses, those are the classes you want to use. Don't worry about Row 4 is not accessible. The extra classes, yeah, it but not as cool. Like if it covered her face or something, like it was a whole thing, that'd be different. But it doesn't. It's just so stupid looking. Um, Even between all of these, I use this when I grind because of guaranteed triple attacks. I like the samurai class. Swordmaster is not too bad if you have a plain damage sword, but I don't. Gunslinger is annoying. I haven't unlocked Mystic and Assassin yet. Fuck Ray, you right. Fuck Ray. Um, so um, and even between all of these, I don't have Mystic unlocked. I don't have Assassin unlocked. I'll unlock these after I unlock my monk class because monk is more important. So the thing is, you need CP. You need. I wish it could show you even, but I can also. Okay, so the other thing too about these extra classes, in order to unlock them, you need a trophy, right? Except for this one. Oh shit. Let me show you. Well, I can't really show you. So buy the classes that I don't have on, like this one. If it'll see, I'm clicking it. Nothing's okay. Here we go. This trophy is for you have to do co-op. Um, so I don't know if you've looked at it, but co-op or like a separate section where you fight different bosses and different enemies. But don't worry about that until you're closer to rank 90 or 50 or something. Like once you get to rank 50, then you can look at co-op and see what you can do. But in row 4, in no, it was like tier. It's really high tiered. You are nearing the end of like early game and you're getting to mid game once you unlock these. So if you're ever interested in these extra classes, I can run you through co-op to get you there, but you still need the CP and you still need the what's it called for it. But uh so when you're starting out, you again, just go through all of these. Enhancer would be good to use. The rest of these don't matter. But you have to unlock all of these anyways. And this one, Warrior's so good. Sentinel good. Arcana Dueler. This is good. That's it. Right here. Row 3. Weapon Master, Holy Saber. Hermit, if you... Okay. Hermit can be good. I just don't like... Like, I don't care for it. Hermit is pretty good, too. I just don't use the class anymore. Dark Fencer is good. Dark Fencer is, like, the goal. And Valkyrie is serviceable. But you want damage. You want damage. Your characters are going to be the ones that offer utility. And then these... It takes... So, the difference between row 4 classes and everything in rank 3 is that, So in rank 3, you have 3 skills that you can use, and you have the option to interchange between the last skill. But in rank 4, you have 1 skill that's tied to the class, and then the rest of the skills you can use. Like, you have skills that you can unlock within the class too that you can use for that class. But the rest of the skills you can use from any other class that allows it. So with that being said, I'm not grinding up Wolframani today because I was hoping to get another character and not a fucking summon again. Like, this is what seems to happen. Every time I get a draw thing, I'm getting a summon that I cannot use. Like, I think Sariel will be good, so I'm gonna level him up now. But, like, you couldn't give me a character. Any one of those characters that were just revealed or announced or whatever would have been useful. Those would have been decent. But a fucking summon, for Christ's sake? I can't even use it because he's not uncapped. But I can upgrade it to level 40 and he'll find his use. Because he offers a lot. He, what, poisons, burns, and paralyzes something. He does like a lot of stuff. So it's like, what is this 5-star in cap? Or 4-star in cap? I wonder what that does. I'm so tempted. I might just use a... Shit, I can't. I haven't eaten anything since coming back home. So let me go so I can do that. I gotta grind in Granblue. Uh, yes, but do draw. Tell me if you get any like SSR characters, because I'll look up to see if they're decent and tell you about them and what they can do. Let me see if I can. Let me see if it makes any difference if I put it in my class. Yeah, yeah, same. I'm about to end the stream, but I'm gonna see real quick if adding the summon will make anything different. So I don't need either of these. Oh, you did? You didn't get anything? Oh wait, you just got Mim, right? Mim and a rare character. That's all right. You got tomorrow. 1,000 and bruh. Massive dark damage to all allies. Sleep effect. Future. This is actually really good. It just sucks that it's like, you see how much that lowers this? My stats? He's actually pretty good. It's just a single one is not gonna do anything though. That sucks. That really sucks. I might just have to uncap him using man, I gotta put Colossus back in here, and I don't want to do that, but because he has high raw stats. Okay, yeah. Him and rare Earth guy. Cool. That really sucks. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. I might stream tomorrow because I gotta rank up my monk class, and then I'll also rank up Wolf and Rennie. I might like use them to see how they would be used because they're gonna replace Narmaya. Narmaya is not that great. I might grind tonight, honestly. I'm gonna grind tonight so I can watch like some shows and stuff. Let me go eat too. All right, let me.